Welcome back, YouTubers. Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday life at ASP. As you're fully aware right now, this is basically the last part of my series that I want to address in the mental health awareness playlist. If I can complete it up by the end of next Sunday, I've put now a date to it, which is next Sunday, the end of the month of February. If I don't finish all these parts that I want to address of these series of what is really important and crucial to me right now, basically, I just hope that, I can be able to just focus on getting it all done by Mental Health Awareness Month or Awareness Week, whenever it is coming around the corner of this year and the like. So no further ado, guys, thanks for your support. For the ones that has been, following me or just been trying to support me to keep going with some of the series that I know that, many people may not wish to hear, but we need to connect one way or another, be it on social media, be it in person, or whatever the case may be, because obviously, I really want to get out there and hopefully, interact with people and be able to engage in a way that hopefully that people can understand me and people like me regardless of who and what we are as people. In the last part of the series though, I was mentioning about the topic why, BPD sufferers that are in relationships are so complicated. Basically, I listed a few key things there that I've addressed, and no matter what though, as we know, regardless of what relationship, we know there's bound to be ups and downs and certain struggles, but like if we have the right attitude and stuff and stick through and through, sometimes it comes to the point that we should be able to, face our demons and be able to, have the right thing. But like I said earlier in the piece, one of the series, that many people tend to just want to up and leave when the going gets tough, because obviously some of the people just wants to be there for the good and not the bad, or vice versa, bit of both. It's always important that we have the right support network, no matter who it's from, family, friends, and all the like. Right, and all further ado, this is part 13, I think, from memory, or 14 of my series. I am trying to recall it all, so I humbly apologise. Basically, what I'm up to, I'm trying to remember it all, and this one's is 5 familiar fights, pretty much, that you may have heard about, basically, while you're with person that suffers BPD or even the like, of other mental health disorders or mental health conditions that comes our way. Even though, bear in mind though, disclaimer before I begin again, is I'm no medical doctor. I'm just here to share my life experiences, my stories, my tips and advice, even though some of the tips and advice may not be, of relevance to you, or you may not feel that, some of the advice I give to you is the right form of advice for you, but, seek for a second opinion if need be, or professional help. Take it from a grain of salt, maybe, and just, share your views. As always, like I said to myself, I've been trying to share my views regardless of everyday topics that has come my way. So, and all further ado, guys, basically, thanks for your support and watching. So let's go. Having BPD, sufferer of our loved one, friends, family, whoever, means that having it's deja vu all over again. Feeling much of this all the time, it's like a repeated, never-ending cycle. You may get stuck in these 5 familiar behavioural patterns that I'm sharing with you today, all fights with no clue about what's really happening, how you're going to get there, or how you're going to get out if you really feel you really need to get out when the going gets tough. Because as I said before, now and again it's okay to have time out for ourselves and then return back to that, hopefully, particular someone, if we're still willing to commit ourselves to that relationship. So the first one is, it's not my fault fight, or it's your fault fight. Okay, we know basically when it comes down to it, BP sufferers may tend to get angry all the time, right? Okay, even though sometimes also some BP sufferers will look at it in a different way than others, For BP sufferers, it's to admit themselves or others that anything about them is less than perfect by admitting that they are defective. Number 2, the heads I win, tails you lose fight. My mother is the master of This is from someone, I'm going to read it right now, okay? My mother is the master of double binds. When I call her as soon as I get home at the end of the day, she is short and rude because she is in the middle of something. But if I wait until later in the evening to call, she says in the accusatory way, "You've been home for long. How long? And you didn't bother to call me?" Okay, that's from a person that I have shared that has been going through certain signs of this. But, you're in a no-win-win situation or scenario with this, to be damned, to be don't if you do, and you're damned if you don't, is the classic saying here to remember, maybe. People with BPD are constantly inconsistent, as we know. Number 3. There's nothing wrong with me, there's something wrong with you. People often try to avoid feeling bad about their own unpleasant traits, behaviours, or feelings and emotions by attributing them often in an accusing way to someone else. This is a common defensive mechanism called projection. People with BPD take it to the extremity, as we know. Okay, number 4, the "I hate you, don't leave me" fight. I am totally confused. Okay, this is another one I'm going to share with you of this comment right now. From a personal response. My BP boyfriend broke up with me on Tuesday, then on Friday wanted to know what I was doing over the weekend. I remember one night we had a great time together and had great sex. There, he started a fight over nothing the next morning. Does this sound familiar to any of these so far, guys? When people get too close with the people that are, suffering from BPD, okay, they feel engulfed and in turn they distance themselves to avoid feeling controlled. But then when the BPs feel neglected, even abandoned, they try to get close again and the cycle repeats. I feel that sometimes right now, what I'm facing right now with someone, but then again, it's up to them to seek the help that they need right now. Last but not least, the testing fight. Another one from a person who wrote, "Before I recovered from BPD, I would tell people, I'm just testing you to see how much you love me. I knew that I wouldn't start with a full-blown BP rage, so I started softly and slowly. When each test I set forth, and the person passed, I upped the ante and said, if you loved me, you would do this or that. People usually accepted the most outrageous and inappropriate behaviour to maintain the relationship. You might think that once the non-BP passes the test, their borderline family member would feel more secure, right? But that doesn't always happen. You see, people with BPD would think, why would a healthy, normal person take the abuse? There must be something wrong with them. Which rings true to this day for some of us, when it comes down to it. Okay, guys, that ends basically part 13 and 14 about the 5 classic fights, of what may be known for in a relationship with BPD sufferers. Basically, if this sounds familiar, maybe we need to take time to reflect and actually take a step back from it all and actually question it more deeply and do our own homework, hopefully. Do we really want to take on what we need to take on, regardless what it may be, Sometimes, like I said, it's okay just to walk off for our own right reasons, regardless of what it is. Even though sometimes some of us, like me, I'm suffering from the consequences of certain things. But then again, it's up to us to get the help we need, obviously. But hopefully, basically, if any of these or more, sounds familiar of any classic signs, symptoms, be sure, as I said, to seek help for yourself or for your family member. But as I said, there is the right way to actually seek that professional help we need. So no further ado, guys. Love what you do, do what you love. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, AspieAnswersAll. Comment below if anything I missed of the classic signs or whatever that has been missed of whatever it is. I challenge again for all the ones that are either BPD sufferers and the like to, hopefully maybe one day if they feel, brave enough to take the challenge of sharing their stories or sharing something in their life that hopefully we can understand you guys better so that we can hopefully together remove that stigma, all this dark thoughts and perceptions of others of how people may see us as, and all further ado, basically do what you love what you do, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, share the video, links to family and friends as well as the videos, it's educational tool or whatever the case needs to be right now. So no further ado, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. You know, love each other. Love yourself. Be true to yourself. You know when you think it's gone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.